You could feel it in the air that day. Something big was about to happen. The sun was relentless, beating down on Lagos Island, but the streets weren't their usual bustling selves. People stood in small groups, whispering nervously. Even the fishermen didn't go out to sea. You hear the name Kosoko in hushed voices. He was the king, the Oba of Lagos, a man respected and feared. But now, British soldiers had landed on the shores, their boats lined up like predators waiting to pounce. They weren't here to negotiate, they were here to take Lagos by force. It all started because of trade. Lagos had been a hub for centuries. Ivory, palm oil, slaves. But the British wanted control, especially after they decided to abolish the transatlantic slave trade. They claimed they were here to stop slavery, but anyone could see they wanted power. You could hear the cannons before you saw them. The British Navy bombarded Lagos with terrifying force. People ran in all directions, screaming, clutching their children, trying to find shelter. The Oba's warriors fought back bravely with their muskets and spears. But how do you fight against cannons and rifles? By evening, the palace was in flames. Kosoko and his followers had no choice but to flee, disappearing into the creeks. The British marched in, victorious, and declared Lagos a British colony. They installed Akitoye, Kosoko's uncle, as a puppet Oba, a ruler they could control. At first, they promised peace and prosperity. "We're here to end the slave trade," they said. But life started to change. Taxes were introduced. The British took over the trade routes, controlling who could sell what and to whom. They brought their laws, their customs, and their flag. Lagos wasn't just a city anymore. It was part of an empire. People watched their way of life slowly erode. But what could they do? Resistance came later. But on that day, as the British flag was raised over Lagos, all you could feel was a deep, unsettling silence. And just like that, everything changed.